Do you guys have squishy balls? Yes. If you don't, I think Lorraine's shaking her head. You can grab just a pillow, like a small-ish pillow. We can use that. And then grab some weights. So either actual weights or little hand weights of some sort, or cans or bottles or something like that. And that's all we need. So if you're just joining, have your squishy ball handy or a pillow, and then just weights. And we will start standing. All right? Ready? Let's see if I can adjust this. There we go. Okay. So standing nice and tall, feet about hip distance apart, shoulders away from your ears, thinking about that length through your spine. So remember, the top of your head is reaching up, heels are pressing down, and everything in between is really nice and long. So think about your ears being in line with your shoulders, ribs, hips, and heels. So that's pretty much your neutral. We're all going to be kind of somewhere out of it. Try to stay in that neutral. All right. And then from here, we're just going to start with arms. So just only moving your arms, not moving anything else with your arms. We're just going to go arms straight up, open out, in, and then down. So arms up, open, in, and down. Go for 6 like this. So remember that you are working the entire time. So you're working as you lift, you're working as you open, as you close back up, and you're really working as you resist gravity's pull on the way down. Up, open, control, and in. And we're not just swinging our arms around and letting everything move. We're really feeling stability coming from our core. So think about that belly button, just gently pulling in towards your spine. You don't need to be gripping too tightly, but just feel that little bit of engagement. We're going to go one more like this. Up, open, in, and down. Now lift your arms straight up and then stay there. You're going to come right up onto your toes. So lifting without locking your knees, shoulders are back, head is back, and then nice and slow, just bend your knees. As you bend, your upper body stays pretty straight up and down. Head as well, back in line with your spine. Press into each one of your toes, stand all the way up. So do that again. Inhale down, reach those arms, shoulders stay back, head stays back in line with your spine. Standing up, press through your toes. Go for 4 like that. And up. I've been finding as I've been doing this, if your cameras or your computers are low down, you're going to be tucking your chin in a little bit, right? So maybe just, sorry, that's not what we're doing. See what we're doing. We're going like this. And then look straight ahead so you're not like this the whole time. Inhale. So same goes for me. I was watching, my head comes forward a little bit because I'm looking down at my computer. I've tried to boost it up a little. Go one more like that. So come down and then stay. Hold here. Just come up 2 inches and down 2. So as you're doing this, press through each one of your toes. You're not rolling out. You're not rolling in. Inner thighs and outer thighs work together to keep those legs nice and parallel. Go 3 like this. Go for 2. Nice long necks. Go one more all the way up. And then lower those heels. Take a breath, give your shoulders a roll out. We're gonna open our arms wide. Just keep your feet parallel. Here, we're gonna go in and we're gonna open out. So in and out. Elbows stay at shoulder height. You don't need to squeeze your arms behind you. Still thinking about that bit of stability through your center. In and out. Go for 4. Feeling the back of your deltoid squeeze. Nice and open across your chest and your collarbones. Really feel that sense of openness. 2. 1 more. Out. Stay. Now keep your elbows where they are. Just pivot your hands and then back up. So this is the hardest part of the movement when you're coming down. Really control and then up. So maybe go a little slower. Lower and up. Inhale down. Really isolate, feeling those elbows staying still in space. right at shoulder height. Go for 3. Go for 2. Ready, one more like this. Inhale down, come on up, stay there. Now you're gonna come down into a little squat. So your upper body hinges forward, head stays in line with your spine, so you're not here, keep it back. Stand all the way up, reach those arms right up overhead. So inhale down, elbows wide. As you press into your heels and stand, feel that core connect, your pelvic floor lifts right up. Exhale, inhale for 4. All the way, press. Go for 3, wide, press without letting those shoulders lift. 2, and 1 more. Inhale down, all the way up. Now pull in to here, arms are on that little diagonal, press and twist, and then pull back in. So legs are straight, they're not locked. Don't worry too much about them, just don't rest into a locked knee there. Press and pull. And in, go for 6, twist, and in 5, twist, 4, pull in, 3, pull in, 2, and in, last 1, pull in, lower those arms, give your shoulders a little bit of a roll down. Okay, now from here, we're gonna add some little front, side, and back lunges. So we're gonna start front. I'll show you the side view actually. So we're gonna just relax your arms to start. Hinge forward a comfortable distance, whatever that looks like for you. Remember, head should stay in line with your spine, so not here. All right, we're just gonna press into our left heel. So give an extra little press into your left. You're gonna lift your right, so you're light on your right toes. Now from here, we're gonna bring our arms back and our leg in front. So that right leg reaches just as far as it feels good, and then bring it back in, arms as well. Now we're gonna go out to this side. We're gonna go out to this side, reach, and then pull back in, and then we're gonna go back, arms in front, yikes, reach, and in. So we're staying bent on this right leg, or sorry, on your left leg the whole time, left inner thigh constantly squeezing toward your midline. We're gonna do that again. So reach, back with your arms, leg in front, pull in. Now go wide to the side, out, pull in, and then go back, reach. Find that length. And in, we've got 4 more. Back, and in. Wide, and in. Let's reach here. Press through that left heel, and in. Again, out, and in. Let's go wide. Out, and in. All the way back. Pull in. Ready, last 2. You should be feeling that left glute, left inner thigh. Out, and in. Let's go reach, and in. Last 1, out, and in. Let's go wide, and in. Last 1 like this, pull in, stay there. You're light on your right toe, still standing up, and then drop down, press, reach, extend those arms, and then pull in. So standing up by using that left glute, left inner thigh still squeezes toward your midline. You could do this without thinking about that left inner thigh. I really want you to think about it though. Think about that left knee shooting straight forward as you bend. Press, don't quite lock. Go 3. You ready? 2. Ready? 1 more. Press up and then lower those arms by your side. Stay, keep pressure into that left heel, left big toe. Lift your right, growing tall, holding there. Open those arms for a little extra stability. Now just tap those toes and lift. So I'll show you from the front. We don't want our weight to go over there. We're gonna try and stay nice and lined up. I'm thinking about my left big toe, left heel pressing, left inner thigh squeezes toward my midline. Go for 4. And down. Keep those arms reaching. 3. And down. You ready? 2 more. And down. Last 1. Let's hold it up. Stay right there. Circle your arms. If you need to bring your toes down, that's okay. Keep that left inner thigh squeezing toward your midline. Most of your weight in your left, either here or here. Pause those arms other way. 6 more. Grow tall. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, lower all the way. Give those legs a little shake, give those shoulders a little roll out, and we will do the same thing on the other side. So feet, again, just that hip distance apart. Think of your spine being stacked up nice and long. And then from here, so we'll start by bending. Remember, hinge forward as far as that feels good. You want to be neutral here, so no tucking under. You're here. We're going to reach our left leg forward. So hold there. Right inner thigh squeezing toward your midline, constant pressure through your right heel and right big toe. Add those arms, so arms are going to come back when your leg goes in front. And then in. Barely tapping those left toes, go wide. Out and in. Now go back, reach. And in. Ready? Let's do that again. Exhale out and in. Let's go wide. And in, reaching long, use that breath to help you. And in. Again, reach out and in. Let's go wide. Open and in, reaching back. And in. 3 more. Whoopsies, this way. And in. That's what we were gonna do. I switched it. And in, and then go back here. Reach and in. Last 2, arms back, leg in front. Opening wide, little pause and in. Press through that right heel, out, back in. Ready? Last one. We're going back with your arms, reach. Opening wide, reach to the side and straight out. Pull in, stay there. We're gonna bend, a little lower, press most of your weight in your right, not quite locking that right knee. Inhale down, exhale, core connects, stand. Inhale down, palms face one another, and press for 4. Exhale, press through that right heel, right big toe. See how much I have to think about my right and left still? Oh my gosh. Press, go for 2. Must have some sort of right-left dyslexia, I think. Last one. Up, stay there. Okay, so we're gonna open our arms wide for that extra bit of stability, tiny bend in your elbows. And then remember, we're gonna lift this guy up. Hold when you're there, take a breath, and then control back down. So you can keep your arms wide to the side if you want, or you can lower and lift. Right inner thigh constantly squeezing toward that midline. We're gonna go up and tap. And tap. Exhale up. If you start to feel these upper traps, I would lower and lift your arms. Maybe don't even lift them quite as high. Really think about where you're working from. So it's your upper arms, you're moving in space. Up, or you can just hold them. Go 2 more, up. Right inner thigh constantly squeezing toward that midline. Waistline, stay long. Last one, you ready? Hold it, stay, circle. 6, 4, 3, growing tall, top of your head reaching up towards the ceiling. Last one. Other way. Remember, you can have your toes down. If you're having a hard time staying steady, or if that feels better for you, keeping those waistlines long, keeping stability is the most important part. 3, 2, last one, lower, lower. Give those legs and arms a little shake out. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna come down to our mats now. So keep your weights with you, have your ball handy. We will use that in a sec. You see me? This just there we go. Okay. So ball down by your side. Upper body is really nice and quiet. Okay. Got a new setup here today. Okay, so feet just hip distance apart. Have that ball or pillow within arm's reach, all right? So from here, all we're gonna do, keeping our pelvis totally still, keeping our left knee pointing straight up to the ceiling, just float that right one to the side. So your left one is either gonna wanna go with you or it's gonna wanna open out to counterbalance you. Don't let it do either. Think of that whole left side of your body staying heavy and then bring it back in. Do that again, same side, right leg out and then pull back in. Go 3 more on this right side. Actually go 4 more, we're gonna do 6, So as you're opening your leg, notice if you're tensing through your neck, your shoulders, your upper back, even your lower back. Try to avoid that. Maybe don't open your leg quite as far. You want to just rely on your core for stability and not feel tension anywhere else in your body. 2 more like this. Open with control and in. And 1 more. Let's open with control. Pull back in, stay. Same thing, left, right side of your body stays heavy. Right knee is pointing straight up as your left opens. And then squeeze back in. So that's your right obliques, keeping you steady, right glute, keeping you glued to the mat. And then this left inner thigh lengthens as it opens. And then that left inner thigh kind of pulls you back in. Go for 3. And in, think about that tension like we talked about, neck, shoulders, any tension through your back, try and keep it relaxed. Shorten your range of movement if you need to. 2. All the way up. And then go 1 more like this. Inhale out. Exhale, pull right back in and then stay there. Now bring your hands behind your head. Let's add a little flexion to this. So tuck your chin in a little bit. Elbows are hovering off the mat. Curl forward to flexion. So when you're up at the top there, your tailbone is still tipping away from you. You have even weight on both of your hips. Shoulder blades are just barely lifting off the mat. Remember, we want to stay neutral here. So that means hip bones, pubic bones are in line. We're not arching this way. We're not tucking that way. We are just relaxed through here with our sitting bones being wide. Now let's open our right knee to the side. Hold when you're there. Left knee is pointing straight up. You've got a perfect view now, right? Right leg back in. Now go left. Open it out. Right knee points up. And then come right back in. So as your right leg opens, think about that left side of your body staying heavy. And then pull in. Left leg opens, right knee stays pointing up. And then come back in. Let's add a little bit more movement to this. So right leg opens, upper body drops down. You can look to the ceiling slightly, curl forward. Left opens, right knee points up, and then curl forward. So add that upper body if you're able to keep your pelvis still, the up and down with your upper body. If not, I would just stay here. Just look towards those hips. Really notice what's going on. Make sure everything stays nice and even. We're going to go 2 more each side, whichever option you're choosing. If you're lowering and lifting your upper body, remember, this is a break, right? This is not a break. All the way up. It's not a break to come back. I can't believe I said that. Lower and up. 1 more. Not a break. You're working, you're working, you're working. All the way up and then slow and controlled. Lower all the way down and pause. Okay, so now from here, grab your squishy ball if you have it. If you have a pillow, that's okay too. Your right foot is going to be on top of that ball or pillow. All right, so palms face up towards the ceiling. Your pillow is, of course, not going to roll the same way that a ball would. You can just kind of slide your leg away and then pull back in. But for the first bit, it works the same. All right, so upper body's totally quiet, just relaxing your neck, relaxing through your neck and your shoulders. You're looking straight up to the ceiling. You're neutral, so you have that small space behind your low back, right? Now from here, just let that right foot be a little bit light on the ball. Let your left foot be a little bit light as well. So left heel is lifting, you're just on your toes. If you start to feel your back at any point here, let both feet be heavy or just one of them, and that should change it for you, okay? You don't want to be feeling your low back here. All right, now from here, your right foot is light, left is light if you want to, and then just roll that ball away. So again, if you don't have the ball, you can just move your leg away and then pull back in. So rolling away that little bit, keeping your foot light, that is the key, and then pull back in. Do that again. So reaching away, your body, your torso is staying completely still as this leg moves. So that's your femur moving in your hip socket, right? Your knee extends and then femur pulls back in to 90 degrees, right? So really think about what's happening in your body. That's the only thing that's moving. Your abs deepen a little bit. Go for 3. Out and pull in
2 more, keeping that foot as light as you can. You don't need to extend it the whole way. It doesn't matter how far you go. And 1 more. Let's reach out that little bit. Pull back in, stay. So keeping both feet as light as you can keep them, hands behind your head. Tuck your chin, curl forward, holding there. Now float your left leg up to tabletop. If you feel your back, let your right foot be heavy on the ball or pillow. If not, keep that right foot a little bit light. Now from here, not changing anything through the right side, we're just gonna reach our left. Lengthen away, and then pull back in. Waistlines are long. Lengthen out, and then all the way in. Keep that upper body nice and lifted, shoulder blades just barely off the mat. Ribs tight around your center. 4 more. Even weight through both sides of your pelvis. Last 2. And in. You ready? 1 more. We're going to reach out. Pull back in, stay. Now reach your right leg out, lower your upper body. As you pull the ball in, bring your upper body up and reach your left. So kind of like you're riding a bike here. In, upper body down, up. Inhale, out, lengthen away. Remember, the lighter you keep that foot on the ball, the harder it is. You can let your foot be heavy. You could keep 1 foot down and just be moving a single leg. That's absolutely fine. 2 more. Last one, reach out, exhale in, bring that left in, lower, lower, and all the way down. Awesome. Okay, so pop your ball or your pillow underneath your left foot. Hands down by your side, so really relaxing through your upper body. Feel that even weight through both sides of your spine. Ribs stay tight around your center. Now from here, let your left foot be a little bit light on top of the ball or pillow, and then let your right be a little light as well. So just hanging there, just take a nice couple of breaths, really relaxing through your upper body, not feeling tension anywhere except a little bit through your core. Now from here, let that foot be a little bit light. Hold it when it's light. And then roll the ball away. So you're gonna roll away just as far as you can keep your body still. Remember, if you feel your back, bring your right foot down, just like I am here. That's totally fine. Lifting it really changes it. So thinking stability over everything else. You're reaching away. That's your femur just moving away in your hip socket. And then you're pulling back in. Really think about that thigh bone. Presses away. And then it folds back in. Good. So notice as you're doing this, are you tensing through your neck? Are you starting to pick up that upper back and arch through your spine? Try not to do that. You're looking straight up to the ceiling. 2 more like this. And then go 1 more, keeping those ribs tight around your center. Femur moves away. Pull that femur back in. Stay there. You're ready? Hands behind your head. Tuck your chin, curl forward, holding here. Right leg up. So remember, your left can be heavy as well. That's fine for that extra bit of abs. Keep it light. Now we're just reaching right. And then pull it back in. Upper body stays still for these. It's an isometric hold. You're reaching. Your ribs stay tight around your center. And then you're pulling back in. Reach away. And then pull back in. Good. So the lighter you keep this left, the harder it's going to be. If you feel your back, let that foot be heavy. 3. Go for 2. We're going to do those bicycles in a sec. So you can just keep doing 1 leg if you want, or you can do the full thing with the upper body if you want. Ready? We're going to reach out. As you pull this right leg back in, your left leg extends. Now curl up and then lengthen back. So exhale in, inhale back. Go for 5. In, 4. Curl and lengthen. Nice long waistlines. 3. Reach. Go for 2. You're working that upper body as you come in. Upper abs are working. Upper abs are working as you come back. Last one. In. And then come right in, lower your right, let that left be heavy. And then just hug those knees into your chest. Have a little roll around one way and the other there. And then grab your ball or pillow, pop it between your inner thighs. Have your weights down by your hips there. I'll give you an option for those. So ball really between your inner thighs, not just out towards your knees. Same if you have a pillow. Now let's come into a little hip roll. So belly button towards our spine, really pull it in, press into your heels, lift those hips nice and high, holding when you're at the top. So your ribs are tight around your center. Your upper body is really nice and quiet. Eyes looking straight up, slowly roll down all the way. Come to neutral, hold at the bottom there, take a breath, and then you're going to do that again. So belly button in, press through those heels, reaching knees away from the top of your head. Nice breath, slowly all the way down. Okay, one more, just like this. Belly button in, exhale, press. Holding at the top, knees reach away from the top of your head. Inner thighs are squeezing just gently around the ball. If you want some extra arms, reach your arms up to the ceiling. Making sure your shoulder blades are flat against the mat so you're not here, you are here. Now from here, just squeeze inner thighs and release. So as you squeeze your inner thighs, you're not really squeezing your glutes. Your glutes are working to keep your hips lifted, but the movement here is inner thighs and inner thighs. So you're squeezing, as you're squeezing, you're still working as you release. So it's not a bounce out. You've got 4, you've got 3, go for 2, and then one more, squeeze in, hold when you're there. Now open your arms wide to the side, let your hips come down low, press everything up. Inhale down. As you press up, you're pressing into your heels, your knees are reaching away from the top of your head. Really think about that. Lowering down, your knees are reaching from the top of your head. As you press up, your knees are really reaching. Open. Go for 3. Exhale up, go for 2. And one more. Press up and then roll all the way down. Come through to neutral and hold there. Now from here, arms are going to reach overhead. Reach them way back and then press your arms back up to the ceiling. So arms reach, ribs stay tight around your center. Exhale, press back up. Keep those shoulder blades flat against the mat. Inhale back. Exhale, press. You ready? Next time your arms reach back, hold. Keep that upper body nice and relaxed. Now press into your heels, lift your hips up, and then control, drop those hips, arms come up. So reaching long, feel that length, knees away from your fingertips now, controlling down. Go for 4. Controlling and keep those ribs tight around your center. Go for 3, reach. Gentle squeeze with those inner thighs. 2. Last one, reach. Now stay here. Arms are going to move up. Nothing else moves. Arms reach back. Keep your knees reaching away from the top of your head and those fingertips. Arms up, shoulder blades flat against the mat. Arms reach. Go for 3. Squeeze those inner thighs a little tighter as you lift. And down. Squeeze those inner thighs a little tighter up. And down. Last 2. Last one, let's go up, stay there, and then roll all the way down, come through to neutral, and then lower those weights down by your side. Grab that ball, just pop it off to this side. All right, hands back behind your head. We're gonna add a little rotation to our little ab set that we were doing. So tuck your chin, curl forward, and hold. So keep your tailbone tipping away. You're gonna let your left foot be light. Let your right foot be light, all right? So the lighter you keep those, remember, the more abs it's gonna be. Now lift your left leg up to tabletop, hold there. If you feel that you're going into your back or you cannot keep your neutral, lower your right foot, that's totally fine. But if not, keep it up. You ready? So now we're just gonna reach this left leg like we did before, reach it out. This time we're gonna pull it in and rotate towards it. So that's my right shoulder blade lifting off the mat. My right side of my rib cage comes a little closer to my left, and then I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to lengthen back, reach, rotate, inhale back, find that length, exhale, little twist, Inhale back, lengthen and twist. Good. Go 3 more like this. Reach. Just small, doesn't need to be a big movement. 2. Last one, lengthen all the way in. Now stay here. Keep that left knee above your left hip. We're gonna reach our right arm overhead and then bring it all the way to the outside of that left. So go back here, find that length, and then up. Reaching back, upper body stays nice and lifted, and then it comes a little higher so you're not coming down. You're high, you're twisting. You're high, you're twisting. Good, go for 5. Reach. Head is heavy in that left hand. 4, 3, good. 2, last one. Get that right shoulder blade off the mat. Ready, last little bit. Go 1 more inch and 1 more inch. 1 more inch, 6, 1 more inch, 5. Keep that right hip heavy. 4, 3, right shoulder lifts, right hip stays heavy. 2, last one, all the way back, lower, all the way down. Take a breath. All right, so remember, for any of those, really listen to your body. That's getting progressively harder. You don't need to move to the next the next challenge. Like, you can stay at the one before, keep your opposite foot heavy, whatever feels good for you. Don't feel like you need to be taking the hardest option. So we'll do the same thing. I'm gonna spin this way. Okay, so tuck your chin that little bit, curl forward, holding there. So now it's your right that's gonna come up, right? You're staying here. You're gonna rotate towards this right bent leg. That's your left shoulder blade, gonna rotate across. So you're gonna start with that leg, reach it out. Now come across, rotate. Left shoulder blade off the mat, left ribs to the top of your right hip. Inhale back and twist. Good, so go 6 right there. And 5, lengthen. 4 more, lengthen, keep that tailbone heavy. 3. Last 2, remember you can have your left foot a little bit light if you want that extra ab work. Last 1, exhale, twist across. Now come back through center, reach your left arm, come all the way up, reach it to the outside. So you're coming back, lengthen, and then in. Remember when you're back here, you're not dropping down. You're just coming to center, back to center, reach. Back to center, rotate. Get that left shoulder blade a little higher off the mat. 5, go for 4, reach up. 3, 2, head is heavy in that right hand. Last 1, across, stay there. Last 8, pulse up an inch and back. 1 inch and back. Go 6, 5, keep that tailbone heavy. Go for 4, up. 3, 2, last 1 up. Bring that hand back, lower that leg, lower all the way down. Hug those knees, have a little roll around there. One way, and then the other. And then come onto your side. So let's start on our right sides here. So we'll have our legs both bent. So heels underneath your sitting bones, just totally relax down. So your head is back in line with your body. Your right ribs are a little bit lifted and you're neutral. So your tail is sticking out that bit behind you. Your right ribs stay a little bit lifted off the mat. So don't do that. I like to have my left hand on my hip to keep that waistline long. Make sure you can stretch out that leg. And then from here, we're gonna just do that. So reach out through your left toes. Really find length. Left toes, reach away from the top of your head. Now from here, we're just gonna lift our leg just a few inches. Feel the outside of your leg, outside of your thigh lifting, and then the outside of your thigh lowers. So you're lifting, doesn't matter how high, and you're lowering, keeping your ribs nice and lifted, really isolating. Nothing in your body is changing except that leg. 6, and down, and try to keep your gaze straight ahead. Again, if your phone or your computer is down a little bit lower, try to just look at what's going on and then go straight ahead like I am there so that your neck stays nice and long. So one problem with these Zooms, and down, go for 3 up, keep working as you lower, go for 2 up, and down, and then go one more, go up, lower just to about hip height, and then stay there. So hip height is going to be kind of your max height here. We're going to bring our toes down to the front edge of the mat, and then we're going to lift and bring our toes down to the back edge of the mat. So you're going to go up and down. So height is not the goal. It's really a nice wide rainbow. So touch down to the front edge of your mat, touch down to the back, keeping your pelvis as still as you can. You've got 5 more here, up and down, and 4. And down, go for 3. Down and down, last 2, down and down, and then one more, up, down, and then hold straight underneath you. Now we're gonna do the same thing, except an upside down rainbow or a nice wide U. So up at the front edge of the mat, back through center, up at the back edge. Up at the front edge, pause, down through center, up at the back edge. So get that front bit, your leg is kind of, your thigh bone is folding at your hip socket there, and at the back you're extending through that hip socket. Center and up, center, squeeze back. Go for 4 more, center and up, center and back. Keep those waistlines long. I know it's burning. Go for 2 more, up and up. Right ribs are staying lifted, right? Last one, up and up, and then lower that leg all the way down. Okay, grab your ball or your pillow, pop that right leg. We'll give it a little bit of a breath here. Right knee is on top of the ball. Get it just out of the way because we're gonna move your left leg, all right? So again, nice long waistlines, upper body is nice and relaxed. Squeeze and lift that right leg up. So you're reaching your right toes away from the top of your head, really thinking about that length through those waistlines. Slowly lower just to a hover and then squeeze up. So your knee on your right leg right now is pointing straight forward. So your leg is totally parallel, reaching and control. So exhale, squeeze up, inhale down. Exhale, squeeze, inhale down. Go 5, control, go for 4. Control, go for 3, squeeze, and down. Last 2, squeeze, and down, and then go 1 more, squeeze up, stay there. Okay, so you're gonna bring your leg back 2 inches. Hold it there, and then turn your toes to point up towards the ceiling. Your knee points up slightly as well, so that's a medial rotation. Do it again, lower, and then lift. Inhale, lower, and lift. So leading with your toes this time. Inhale down, lift those toes up. Inhale down, think about that right knee. It's pointing up to the ceiling. I know it feels a little funny. Don't worry about how much you are medially rotated. Just try to rotate back that little bit. 4, go 3. We're gonna get all these little inner thighs. 2, last 1, squeeze up, stay there, bring your leg back to parallel, so knee points forward. Bring it straight underneath you. You're ready, you're coming forward 2 inches now, stay there. Now turn out, so you're laterally rotated. Down, pick up from your heel. Inhale down. See that little change? Just feels so different. Go for 5, squeeze up, control down. 4, squeeze up, control down. 3, squeeze up, control. 2, last 1, squeeze up, and then lower all the way down. Whew, feel that inner thigh? Okay, come back here. So both legs bent, heels underneath your sitting bone. One last little set here. We're gonna lift that left knee up as high as we can, keeping our hips still. We're gonna kick it out. Doesn't need to come all the way straight, just kick, bend in, and then lower back down. So your pelvis is staying still, ribs stay tight around your center. Up, so that nice external rotation for your hip. Out, in, and then down. Good, so go 6 more. Up, out, in, and down. 5 more. Up, out, in, and down. Think about your femur staying still as you extend. Keep it still as you bend. And down. Last 3. Out, in, and down. Last 2. Up, out, in, control. Last 1. Up, reach, in, and down, and now go up and stay. So holding at the top, you're going to teeter-totter, knee down, foot up. So now that's medial rotation, lateral. Last little bit, do 7 more like that. Medial rotation, lateral rotation. In, hips stay pretty still, and out. In, and out. Go for 5. 4, in, and out. 3 more. In, and out. Last 2. In, and out. Last 1, in, and out, and then lower all the way down. Okay, let's give our left glute a little stretch. So hug that right knee in tight, left foot in front of that right knee, and just kind of pull that right leg in as far as that feels good. Try to stay neutral, so keep your tailbone tucking away from you. Don't just curl forward and round everything and try to stay long through your waistlines. A nice couple of breaths there. And then bring those feet down about hip distance apart, and then just open your legs out. So just letting the weight of your legs, let those inner thighs have a little bit of a stretch. Perfect. So nice couple of deep breaths there. And then bring both legs up to straight up to the ceiling, and then let's do some of these just before we move on to the other side. So just letting both knees drop one way, back up to the ceiling, and other way, up. One more each way, and down. One more here, we'll go up and down. All right, and then just flip on over to the other side. So we'll start, remember both legs bent, heels underneath your sitting bones, long waistlines. So that right waistline stays long. We're not going to let it crunch in. Head is heavy on your left arm. All right, so we're going to kick that that right leg out. Right leg, toes reach away from the top of your head. Find that length through your body. So remember, moving your thigh, lower your thigh down, and then lift your thigh up. Inhale, lower that thigh down. I know your foot and your knee and everything, your calf all move with you, but really think about the movement starting from your thigh. Inhale down. That's your femur again. Lots of femur talk today. I always like to think of working from the part of our body closest to our core. So even when our leg is extended, we're not just moving our foot. It's quite different to just do this, then really move from your femur, which is closer to your core than your foot, right? Same with your arms, right? If you're moving just your hands as you're working, it's different than moving from your upper arm. 2 more here. Keep reaching as you lower. Keep reaching as you lift. Last one, reaching as you lower. Reach and lift and stay right there. Now from here, little rainbow. So toes down to the front edge of your mat, up just about hip height, and then toes down to the back edge. So up and down, lifting that femur up, controlled down. So go 6 more like this, keeping length. And down, 5 more, up and down. Neck stay long. Remember, once you know the movement, try and bring your gaze straight ahead so that neck stays long. We all want to look down and down. Last 2, up and down, up and down. And then come right to the middle, stay. Now we'll do those upside down rainbows or little U's. Up at the front edge, pause, down, up at the back edge. Up at the front edge, pause. Up at the back edge. Go for 6 like that. And back. Keep that core connected. That's keeping you steady. Up and back. Go for 5. And back. 4 more. Little lift. Little lift. 3. And back. Go for 2. And back. Last one. Let's go up and up, and then lower all the way down. Okay, grab your squishy ball. Ball underneath your right knee there. Right leg at 90 degrees, reaching out through your left toes. Lift that left leg up. Remember, your left knee is pointing straight forward, reaching toes away, looking straight ahead. Lower and lift. Inhale down. Go for 6 like that. So thinking about that squeeze up from the top of your inner thigh. Squeeze it up. Keep those waistlines long. Squeeze it up. Keep working as you lower. Go for 4. And down. Go for 3. Go 2. Squeeze. Last one. Let's squeeze up. Stay there. Bring your leg 2 inches back. You're going to point your toes up towards the ceiling. Medial rotation, lower and lift. Lower and lift. So that medial, your left knee and left toes point more towards the ceiling than straight in front of you. It doesn't matter really how far you're turned in. Inhale down, squeeze. Remember, working as you lower. Don't let gravity just pull your leg down. 4, 3, squeeze up. Feel how your abs engage when you lift your inner thigh. Do you feel how those work together? 2. Last one, squeeze up, stay there. Come back underneath you. So toes are in line with your body. And then bring it forward 2 inches. Point your toes down. Inhale down, lifting that heel up. So now you're laterally rotating. Go 7 more. Inhale down. Go for 5. Whew. Go for 4. I hope you feel that like I do. 3, control, lift. 2, control, lift. Last one, control, up, reach out, lower all the way down. Okay, now heels in line with your sitting bones. Let's finish this off. So keeping your hips nice and stacked. Let's go straight up, get up as high as you can. Extend that leg, bend it in, and then down. So you're up, that's lateral rotation, hips stay still, out, in, and down. Good, go 6 like that, up. Doesn't matter if you just extend your leg that much or if you go the whole way, it doesn't matter at all. It's about that isometric hold, right? Your thigh bone, that femur again is staying still as you extend, in, and down. Up, in, and down. Go 3 more. Up, in, and down. Last 2. Up, in, and down. Last one. Up, reach, in, and down. Now let's go up to the top. Stay when you're there. Now you're going to medially rotate in and then laterally rotate out again. Your hips stay still. So that's your femur turning in. Femur turns out. In and out. Hips stay as still as you can keep them. If you can't keep them still, maybe you need to decrease your range of movement. Maybe that's only as far as you're going. That's absolutely fine. You want to work on that stability. That's the most important thing. Inhale down. Go for 3. Down and out. Go for 2. In and out. Go 1 more. In and out, and then lower all the way down. All right, let's give our right glute a stretch. So right foot in front of your left knee. Again, you can hug your left knee and try to stay neutral as you're doing that though. Just there for a couple of deep breaths. Hold for 2 more nice deep breaths. Really press on that right knee. Hug that left in. And then bring your feet down about hip distance apart. All right, open those thighs out nice and wide, just really letting the weight of your legs deepen that stretch for those inner thighs. All right, and then bring both legs up, and then let's drop our legs to the right. Have a little stretch there, bring them up, drop them to the left. Up and right. Keep those ribs hugging around your center, up and left. All right, and then just hug those knees in, have one more little roll around there. All right, and then grab your squishy ball or your pillow. All right, reach your arms right up to the ceiling. Legs are in front of you, so shoulder blades connected with the mat, pelvis totally neutral. Arms come overhead, nothing else in your body changes, meaning specifically your ribs don't lift. Arms up, tuck your chin, reaching your toes away as you curl up, reaching out to those toes. Stack yourself up and then scoop back, belly button to your spine, rolling back, rolling nice and slow and controlled. Reach those arms overhead. Let's do that again. Tuck your chin, curl. Up nice and tall. Go two more like that. Rolling back. Keep that core connected. One vertebra at a time touches down. Feel each connection. Sequentially down till your head touches. We're going to do one more like this. Tuck. All the way up. And then this time we're going to scoop back and stay in our little scoop. Bend your legs. They're about hip distance apart. Hold right here. Arms are going to come up. Nothing else changes. Arms come down. Arms up, abs deepen. That's the only thing that changes. Go two more. And down one more. Arms up, down, and then come all the way back to seated, nice and tall. Take a breath. We're going to add on from there. So exhale, scoop back, rolling, hold. Even weight on your hips. Can you lift your right leg to tabletop? Stay there. If you can't, keep your weight even, just keep your right foot down. That's fine as well. Now from here, I'm going to open my arm with the ball to the right, and then I'm going to add a little reach behind me. Add that little rotation, and then come back through center. Hold. Do that again. So right arm opens to the side, then you add that little rotation. Totally fine to have both feet down and in. Go two more like that. Out, abs deepen, reach, in, and in. Last one. Out, in, and in. Lower that right. Come all the way back to seated. You ready? We're going to do the same thing left. So exhale, scoop, and hold. Even weight on your hips. Put a little bit more weight into your right probably as you lift your left. Now open that ball out to the side. Follow with your eyes. Go for that little reach back. Right arm is reaching the opposite way. Come back to center. Do that again. Keep your weight even. Left out. Add that reach. In and in. Two more. And out. In and in. And one more. Let's go out and reach. In and in. Roll all the way down. Belly button to spine. All the way back. Reach those arms back overhead. This time we're going to come up with bent legs. Tuck your chin. All the way up. Sit up nice and tall. Take a breath. Roll back down, keeping your legs bent. Rolling, rolling, one vertebra at a time. Keep melting down. Reach those arms back. All the way up. One more time like this. Belly button to spine. Rolling up. Hold here. Now pop the ball or the pillow just behind the end of your tailbone there. So sit up really nice and tall to start. Legs just comfortably bent in front of you, feet hip distance apart. Scoop back the same way. So now you're pressing your lowest few vertebrae down towards the ball or the pillow. Now, instead of just hanging out here and letting it just be comfortable, let's try and stay a little bit light on top of the ball or pillow. From here, arms are going to come up and down. So as your arms lift, you want to press down towards the ball. Don't do it. Think of staying lighter. Arms up, abs in, and down.
Remember, if it feels easy, like you're just resting here, try and stay a little lighter on the ball. Imagine it's a balloon. You don't want to pop it. 2 more. This is kind of what you make it. You could really relax here. Last one. And down, stay here. Now you're going to bring both arms over to the right. Left hand kind of ends on top of your left or on top of your right knee. And then come back to center. Both arms to the left. Right hand ends on top of your left knee. I got it right. And then back through center. Same thing again. Rotate left hand on top of your right knee. Take a breath. Even weight in your hips, back to center. Same thing, left, right on top of that. Left, hold, and then come back to center. Use your abs, come all the way up to seated, nice and tall. Good job, guys. Okay, grab that ball, just pop it in front of you. We're gonna scoot back again, belly button to your spine, rolling all the way. Keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. Reach those arms up overhead, extend those legs in front of you. Have a nice stretch here. Reach toes away from the top of your head. And then reach those arms back up. We're gonna do a little single leg roll up now. For the final roll up combo, right leg will lift. You're just gonna come into a little half roll at the top, so not all the way to sitting up tall. Rolling back, reach your right leg as your mid back touches, your right leg lowers, arms reach. Same thing left, tucking your chin, mid back lifts, left leg up. Hold, even weight on your hips, rolling back. And back. Let's do one more right. Tuck that chin. Rolling back, even weight, take it slow. And one more left. Nod. All the way back, last time. Rolling, 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 reach. And then let's come all the way up to seated. Keep both legs pressing all the way up. Lovely. All right, now come up to a 4-point kneel. So hands under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. We're gonna do a little cat-cow stretch. So keeping those hands under your shoulders, keeping your knees underneath your hips, just tuck your tail, scoop your abs, rounding all the way into a little cat stretch here. Let any tension go through your neck or your shoulders. Give your head a little rock out. And then come all the way back through. Holding. And then do that again. So start with your tail, scooping those abs up, belly button right up towards the ceiling, rounding. And then come all the way out. Holding. Go 2 more. Tuck. All the way out. And then just one more. Tuck that tail. Scooping up. Let that head go again. Really letting go through your neck. Come back to neutral and then kick your right leg out. So reach through your right heel. Heel reaches away from the top of your head. That right glute engages. Think even weight through your hands. Now you're going to kick your left leg out as well. You're in a perfect little plank. Hold here, take a breath, and then let's tuck our chin, scoop those abs, pressing back to a up stretch or a downward dog, lifting that tail up towards the ceiling. Take a nice couple breaths. Let's walk our feet out. Switch, switch. Drop both heels nice and low. All right, and then let's come back into that little bit of a plank. You're gonna step your right foot up in line with your hands. So you can stay here, left knee drops down, left foot unravels. Just hang for that little hip flexor stretch. Tuck your tail under if you wanna deepen that stretch. Hold there, just take a nice couple of deep breaths. You can find that little gentle extension through your upper back, just looking slightly to the ceiling as you stretch out. You can reach your left arm up. So if that's your left leg back, left arm up, and then side bend over to the right. You'll really feel that stretch there. Again, nice couple breaths like that. And then bring those arms down. Drop your right thigh down to the mat there, and then just come into that little hip flexor, hip opener stretch. So that's a pigeon. You can come all the way down if that feels good. You can lie flat. Just really letting go of that hip with your exhale. So think about nice big inhales. With your exhale, let the weight of your body pull you into a bit of a deeper stretch. And then walk those hands back in. Curl your left toes under. You're going to step back into that plank and then step your left forward, dropping your right all the way. So left foot approximately under your left knee. Remember, you can tuck your tail under, so that's more neutral if you tuck under, but I never ask you to do. You will feel a little bit more of a stretch. You can have that little extension through your upper back, so just looking slightly up towards the ceiling if that feels good. Feeling that stretch through the whole front of that right leg. Remember, you can lift your right arm up, side bend across if that feels good. And then step those hands down. Let that left leg fall down, and then that little hip opener for the left. Coming down as far as that feels good. Again, letting the weight of your body just kind of deepen that stretch as far as it feels good. Nice couple of deep breaths. Really letting go. Try not to hold your weight in your arms. Just let your body be heavy. It'll just pull you into as deep of a stretch as you should be. One more nice breath there. And then curl those right toes under, hands under your shoulders. Kick your left foot out. Press yourself back to that up stretch. And then walk your hands into your feet. Hang in that little bit of a forward fold. Weight back into those heels. And then just stack yourself all the way up. So as if you're against a wall. Tailbone first, and then all the way up through your spine. Give those shoulders a nice little roll out. And you are finito. Thanks, guys. Hope that felt good. Oh, so nice to see everyone's squishy balls. Jenny's got a good green one. I like that. Okay, guys, have a wonderful rainy Monday. Hopefully, we're gonna see some sun one of these days. And I'll see you next week. All right? If not in class this week, Carrie, I'll see you this week. I don't know about anyone else, but hopefully. Okay, have a good week, guys. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Thanks.